being kicked out of the competition. Every single game matters.
Yeah, 8 games, but yeah, the start of it matters. You can't start slow, and I'm seeing 2 llamas right next to caddy corners. Obviously, the POI, probably with the most amount of teams dropping near it. As we can see, it looks like we've got 2 teams directly on top of it, maybe even 3. No.
Of course, the map right here. And as always, we want to jump in with some of our favorite players. Tfue, Scoped, and Innocence right now, who are fighting it out for Caddy's Corner. We knew that this was going to be one of the biggest spots.
But I wouldn't say it's the most sought after mythic right now, as we tune back into one of those old POIs, Misty Meadows. But we have another team creeping in here. Cal, Zexer, or Mac would have to be careful. They've got their eyes set on Bull, but I see another team pushing up right behind them here in Misty Meadows. With all those buildings, is a very easy spot to hide.
That's exactly what's happening here, guys. And don't forget, we want to thank Epic for allowing us to feature this tournament here with the Fortnite game, because of course we do have that live spectator client, so it's all happening right here. Mac was in the thick of it though. He's gonna land a couple big shots here, Ozzy. This is looking like it's going in his favor, but no, he gets traded out, and down he goes to the track attack from Bull.
It is charge shotgun versus Tack. He hit 2 incredibly heavy shots, then he had to reload, and now Zexor goes down as well. Calc has to solo clutch this one up. Calc has been heralded so far as the charge shotgun prodigy, and he's only got the Tack though. He's on the back foot. He has to back up from this one. 58 health, has the med kit, but you have to think again, 2 of the biggest trios in the region now on the back foot and potentially at the bottom of the leaderboard, unless Calc can pull off something miraculous here. He's gonna have to do something huge. He's got the hunting rifle there, maybe to go for a quick no scope something, but this third-party team I thought maybe could have applied some pressure, but no, they go down as we tune back in now to Arab's team. And we have Polarized and D's trying to hold this one down as Polarized going down.
There you guys have it. 2 of the biggest notable teams in the region getting taken out. Kind of crazy. I can't wait to see the Reddit warriors jump up and talk about how that's going to play out if they can't step it up. Because remember, what's on the line is losing your position in this tournament here. He's played a low ground. Oh my gosh, you just saw the charge shotgun in full effect right there. 140 damage to Cease's face. He absolutely rips it right off. Over at the Authority, it looks like they won position here at the Authority. We saw Nut and his squad here. Maybe they did not engage. We'll find out soon.
Chap has 2 of their limbs. Obviously, kind of strange to see there. Chap, obviously known as one of the best IGLs, one of the best in-game leaders there is.
See Rokane just underneath the builds there.
Ooh.
Here's Bizzle.
Nice spot.
He's got a little high
set
ground.
up. Yeah, they're on top of Sweaty right now. Not as high as it used to be. Obviously, the water's brought it up a little bit as well, but they're on top of the hotel, and they're looking pretty. They've got the keys, and they are set up. They're looking so great right now. Clicks, Commandment, and Bizzle. 6 nades in the inventory too, so you know that Bizzle's scoping out who we can look for. There it is. There's the mark. He's seeing the distance. Like I said, 65 meters. That's the one you want to go for. They're a little bit higher, so they can be a little bit closer and throw it higher, but if they set this up, looks like they might be going for it. Usually, if they start dropping those nades and splitting them, you know that's what they're setting up for. We just saw Tfue's team go down at caddy corners to the West contingent. You know they're not going to be happy about that. There's only so much room on the map for trios, and that's what I want to think. If you're struggling, if you're at the bottom, like Tfue now, do you change your drop spot, or do you just hope you win the spawn fight next game? As we see, Knight has been taken out, has the Great, trying to see if he can hold it down. His Calcus brothers already out of this one. The boys are trying to see if they can make something, but they are getting held in a big way. They've got launch pads in the inventory, but surely that's just going to make them pretty much a Kovacs map for the rest of this team, and there it is. They go down. Let's see if he can pull it off today. They've gotten a limb on the board. Maybe they can kind of get their foot in and get that aggression going as Bizzle, Commandment, and Clicks don't get zoned and they mark out opposite height. I don't think they have rockets or anything to really pressure that high ground with, as we tune in with Jamper, Avery, and Booger on the low ground here, getting pressured pretty heavily as they try and drop back. I'm not sure who that is who's pressuring in the distance. I think it might have been AV, actually. It was. Chap taking down Avery in the feed now. Jamper's going to try and carry him away if they can get this revive. With the meds he has, it shouldn't be too bad for them, but Chap's going to keep applying that pressure.
That's right. That's exactly what's happening here. And man, what is Booger going to do now that he's lost Avery? Like we said, he's, I think just now for the first time, in recent times playing with Jamper, they've only had, I guess, experience taking some cash cuts, right? But Avery's really been the glue to his team. And look, he's going to find some big shots on AV off in the distance now, though. As you can see, Edgy here fending off the only player with the big shields in that squad, and AV gets taken out by Booger. The Storm's gonna tick, and now Storm Surge is becoming a thing here. Mega's getting tagged up pretty hard. He's 60 below. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen.
11 chug splashes, though.
That's what I was gonna say. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We know they have plenty of heals for the team here. They're waiting for the last minute here, trying to use it, and now's the time.
Yep. 52 alive. So many have to go down for this Storm Surge to go inactive as Edgy. There it is. It's going off on everyone right now. Smack goes down, Cass goes down, Eclipse. Storm Surge is just controlling this lobby. We know it's an issue. Obviously, these teams not able to find any purchase maybe with those Marauders. And there it is. Clix, Fizzle, and Commandment take the high ground. I don't actually know how they did that. I didn't see any rockets or any power weapons to suppress that opposite height, but they now have it. I have to put money on the fact that if they keep this high ground, which I think they will, they are going to pick up at least 15 limbs here and get the dub. I'm calling it. Hopefully I'm not wrong. This team is one of the most dominant teams you've seen on high ground. Like I said, they have their roles, they know what they're doing, and they have been shredding scrims when they get high grounds.
I believe it, and I see it. But looking off in the distance, I just saw Zayt, Stretch, and Sap in a very early rotate to the next zone. That's right, Happen is already gone and on the way. The first moving is happening right here. But look at, they patted down. Now Bizzle's getting in front of the zone here. The innovator for pretty much these rotations in general. You know he does it best. If you've ever watched any of his gameplay and his reviews, his placement is bar none. Would not be surprised to see these guys make it all the way through to end games consistently throughout the course of the day. Here it is.
That crash pad rotate was nice. They didn't cop zone, so obviously all my hype for high ground has gone away, but they could retake it. But that crash pad was nice. The reverse there, throw the crash pad, real clean, real easy. No way you go the wrong direction. And now we have Nani, Gonzo, and Ved, the team that you talked about, coming out of the opens on the high ground in driver's seat. Having high ground trios is so important, but they need to watch out for that west contingent. I can't see them on the map here, but they were the ones with the shockwave launcher. Unless they went down and has traded hands, we'll have to see. Whoever has that shockwave launcher has the best play at height right now, as everyone is launching the front side of zone. This is a beautiful drone shot. We can see exactly what's going on as Nani, Gonzo, and Ved are going to hold that high ground for now.
And I did want to give an update. Chap is taken out. Yes, the Storm Surge. We know he had 5 eliminations. He's not streaming the competition, so we'll try to keep you guys up to date as fast and as often as possible. Guys, let us know who you really want us to keep following tabs on. We have full control here at the practice server, but back into the action though with Ozzy here. Nani's firing down. They don't have any elims, but they have the high ground and they have the materials to hold it out. Can they continue to hold this positioning here as they beam down Bugha now? And Storm Surge is a thing. They're just above it though.
Storm Surge going out on rotating zones like this. This is absolute pandemonium. This is chaos. They're on high ground. You see the lightning bolts is coming out, dropping on your screen. Nani's going to hold that ultimate high ground. Need to be careful of those launch pad retakes and that shockwave launcher. Need to be a few layers above. As you can see, Gonzo, Ved, a little bit lower. They're trying to find their angles, get that damage in, maybe pick up some of those eliminations. Well, Nani's main job right now is to make sure they do not lose this high ground. We see Mega there still on the front side. Dubs, they got him back up. He's looking healthy. I see Kanata. There's so many big names. Colazo, Tabs, and Grandma F30 all looking good on front side. They're down there too. Zayt's still in this. It's just a highlight reel of the biggest names in the business. Who do you think's going to take it out at this point, Monster? Do you reckon Nani can hold the high ground?
I don't know just yet. We'll have to find out. They do have the heals to also sustain, and the harpoon is coming into play now. Ooh. Being able to pull up all the loot. Take a look at the feed though. Aaron's still tearing it up in the low ground. He's going to find Avery. And I wonder, does Colazo and crew have enough to stay alive down there? We'll find out. I know the spec team right now is following your high ground team, but it is going down in the low ground. We'll see if we can get into the thick of it just here shortly. As now, take a look at the drone shot. Again, Grandma, Colazo, and Tabs are doing so good.
They're looking good
outside, Ozzy. They're rotating beautifully right now. And finally, the rockets are coming in from height. So it looks like the harpoon pulled up an RPG to the squad on high ground for Nani, Gonzo, and crew. And now they're spamming those down. So they have so much control.
I've got to imagine Zayt's got some good health meds. He does. He goes in a front side of zone. He walked out into zone to rebuild their tarps in because he knows he has the 5 floppers and he could use them. This team, Stretch, we have some of the biggest teams in the business, mid-ground, low-ground, fighting it out. This is going to be such a ridiculous finish. Nani getting knocked down, the pressure coming out, ultimate low in a lot of these situations is actually safer than height because everyone's now battling for height as Nani is dropped down, but I think they still hold it. Dubs getting taken out here. We see Acorn going down now as well, trying to get that refresh. He has the splashes and he has the slurpfish. We haven't really seen the splashes going off into Helos endgame. Look at that. They're all back up to 100 now because of that. Got a rocket refresh too. They're trying to apply that pressure as Chewy takes down P-Noob. And I think Colazo's team's still in this. And Zayt, it is.
Oh,
we have at least 3 or 4 full trios. The rockets are dropping now. Everyone is just clustering up for this one. I think it's 4 full trios at least still alive. Mega gets dropped. Assault's going low. Eclipse goes down. It's absolute pandemonium. They're dropping down. They're trying to find their way in. It is absolute cluster. Monster right now. Zayd sitting on the backside with the floppers, seeing if he can do anything to keep this one going.
Wait a second.
He's going to push up over the top now. I don't know. He's going up on the top.
Got
roof.
in? No, it's not going to be enough. Gonzo and Vet are going to find the final shots. That RPG being the business maker for them. 7 elims in the final moments.